Shakur moved so well. He won every round, and he was just a step ahead with quickness and just with, just the plan himself. Great plan coming in, and he did well. Congratulations to him.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the fourth round.
Mm-hmm. After the fourth round?
Yeah.
Eddie, I want him. He's cool. He's cool. I got him. Okay?
The boxing community is buzzing after the showdown between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. They promised a night to remember, and they certainly delivered. The anticipation building for this fight was palpable, as fans had eagerly awaited this clash for months. It unfolded like an intense game of chess, with speed, timing, and sheer willpower swinging back and forth like a pendulum. By the time the final bell rang, everyone in the arena felt the exhaustion. The fighters were worn out, and the boxing community had already shifted from detailed commentary to impassioned debate. From the very beginning, it was clear this fight was going to be anything but one-dimensional. There was a sense of cautious respect between two top-tier professionals that made the initial rounds feel like a tense negotiation. The early exchanges showcased a flurry of sharp jabs and counterjabs, a display of clean, technical boxing that appeared effortless only because it was executed with such finesse. At times, the rhythm of the bout resembled a classical dialogue, sentences exchanged, ideas probed, followed by sudden bursts of aggression that left the crowd gasping as one fighter landed a precise combination. Both corners came prepared with strategies, showing an impressive ability to adapt when things didn't go according to plan. One fighter used lateral movement, perfect timing, and crisp counters with surgical precision. The other pressed forward in waves, aiming to close the distance, work the body, and exploit small openings for bigger shots. This clash of styles created a captivating ebb and flow. There were moments where the counterpuncher seemed invincible, slipping punches and turning defense into offense, punctuated by sudden scoring bursts. Conversely, the pressure fighter made it incredibly difficult to maintain a consistent reading on the scorecards. Their relentless aggression led to odd exchanges and clinches that obscured clarity for the other fighter. It was a beautiful dynamic between calculated evasion and bold confrontation, with the audience experiencing each shift in momentum as if it were a tangible force. Certain sequences felt destined to be replayed in slow motion. A standout moment came in the middle rounds when the aggressor unleashed a series of clean shots that had the opposing fighter stumbling back for the first time. This shift in momentum was palpable for a few rounds, evident not just on the judges' scorecards, but also in the fighter's body language. Then, in response, the counter-stylist delivered a powerful combination in the late rounds, a series of crisp 1-2 punches that forced the forward fighter against the ropes, reminding everyone that timing and accuracy can be just as destructive as brute strength. Those exchanges were not just about physical damage, they served as psychological turning points. You could see the fighter's body language shift, corners leaning in with trainers shouting both corrections and encouragement. This encapsulates the true drama of boxing, how a brief 2 to 3 second exchange can alter both teams' strategies for the next 3 rounds, making the Shakur versus Teofimo fight even more compelling. But what made this fight especially? The way both athletes adapted throughout the rounds was truly captivating. When the pressure fighter found some success closing the distance, the other competitor began to mix things up, doubling the jab, stepping off to the left, and picking precise counter angles instead of engaging in reckless exchanges. Conversely, when the counterpuncher had a moment of cleaner shots, the forward fighter started to incorporate uppercuts and body shots more frequently, an inside game aimed at disrupting mobility and altering the flow of exchanges. These nuanced adjustments are what set elite fighters apart from the rest. It's not always the most extravagant moves that determine a fight's outcome. Sometimes it's the smallest details, a slight shift of the lead foot, a brief pause before a punch, or opting to target the body instead of the head at a crucial moment. The coaches who earned their pay that night did so by reading the fight astutely and delivering clear, actionable guidance that the fighters executed despite their extreme fatigue. The crowd's energy became its own narrative. It surged when the action favored the aggressor, only to fall into a sharp, almost reverent silence when the counterpuncher managed a slick sequence through a changing defense. As the fight progressed, the noise transformed into palpable pressure inside the ring itself. Cheers erupted after big exchanges, fueling the fighters to keep pushing on when every muscle urged them to stop. Ringside commentators alternated between breathless descriptions of the bout and in-depth technical analysis, while social media buzzed with reaction clips, hot takes, and veteran trainers pausing footage to highlight crucial footwork or subtle head movements. It's increasingly rare for a fight to resonate with both mainstream appeal and technical intrigue, yet this one accomplished both. Television viewers were thoroughly entertained while aficionados were provided ample material to dissect. Various turning points unfolded over the rounds. None could be isolated to a single defining moment, but each tilted the balance slightly. A middle round flurry that scored cleanly had the potential to sway judges who favor aggression, while a later series of counters visibly stunned the opponent. Aggressor reminded scorekeepers that clean, visible punches carry a lot of weight. The final rounds were particularly revealing. Both Shakur and Teofimo displayed remarkable conditioning and power. It was not just about throwing punches but maintaining form while exhausted and nursing injuries. That's where top-tier camps make a difference, preparing their fighters to perform under pressure. Watching them exchange blows in those last few minutes felt like witnessing two warriors who had committed to giving their all in the ring, and both followed through completely. The post-fight images and the short videos captured the stark contrast of the moment. Warm embraces and handshakes mingled with stiff smiles, while trainers looked like they had aged years in just one evening. There was a palpable mutual respect. Both fighters had risen to the occasion, and everyone was convinced. It was a bout that was competitive, dramatic, and full of technical prowess. The ensuing media interviews were a mix of admiration and analysis, as no one wanted to trivialize the exceptional fight they had just witnessed.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm glad you got a shirt, boy.
Fans and analysts quickly jumped into discussions about swing rounds, weighing the significance of pressure against the elegance of precision, and pondering what should be next for the fighters involved. Some advocated for immediate rematches, while others proposed high-stakes matchups that offer different stylistic challenges. This type of debate is precisely what promoters were aiming for after a tightly contested main event, as it keeps both the conversation and revenue flowing. From a technical standpoint, the fight underscored some age-old principles. Mastering timing and distance can be the key to victory. These skills enable a smaller, more agile boxer to counteract sheer power and land risk-free, high-reward shots. On the flip side, applying pressure and targeting the body have always been reliable tactics for countering movement and transforming a strategic showdown into a series of gritty exchanges where strength and grit take precedence. Both tactics found their moments of success, complicating the narrative beyond a straightforward conclusion. Two elite fighters showcased their strengths while also revealing each other's weaknesses in equal measure. The judges' task was complex, not due to a lack of clarity, but because of the fight's depth. Rounds swung back and forth, momentum shifted, and both fighters claimed their share of impactful moments. This kind of uncertainty contributes to the allure of legendary status. When boxing fans can rationally support differing viewpoints about the outcome, it sparks ongoing discussions and repeated viewings. The immediate reactions from the boxing community were satisfyingly diverse and predominantly respectful. Fellow fighters lauded the mental resilience and mid-fight adjustments showcased. Coaches highlighted the tactical shifts and conditioning displayed on both sides. Meanwhile, casual fans were simply excited to have witnessed such a dramatic spectacle. Social media timelines buzzed with slow-motion replays of key exchanges, as if everyone was searching for some deeper insight into those pivotal moments.
The Teofimo that beat Lomachenko, what if that Teofimo shows up?
Like I said, at Lomachenko, it's a not easy fight. Teofimo was able to be in the ring with different type of fighters and figure.
There were certainly plenty of hot takes and bold statements in the aftermath of the fight. However, the overarching sentiment was one of gratitude. Gratitude for two athletes who put everything on the line in front of a global audience, showcasing why boxing, at its core, remains an incredibly captivating sport. This match will undoubtedly shift the dynamics of matchmaking and alter conversations within the division. A strong performance, whether viewed as a slim win or a close call, enhances an athlete's marketability and bargaining position. Meanwhile, a gritty effort from the other fighter positions him as an enticing must-see contender for future matchups. Negotiations, sanctioning bodies, and television networks now have fresh angles to consider. Rematch clauses will be revisited, discussions about crossover and unification fights will emerge, and promoters will seek to turn the drama of the night into the next major financial opportunity. For fans who thrive on narratives and stakes, this fight delivered on both counts, a career boost for one fighter and a compelling comeback story for the other. Regardless of how the official records shake out, the impressions made during this match will carry significant weight in the sport's immediate business landscape. Both Shakur and Teofimo provided fans and analysts with something far more valuable than a one-sided knockout or a tedious tactical battle. They staged a fight that prompted questions, required adjustments, and demanded bravery. In the weeks to come, discussions about those intense late-round exchanges and the decisions made under pressure will continue. If a single match can elevate the dialogue about what elite boxing embodies in today's era, this was that fight. For anyone passionate about the sport, that's the kind of outcome we all hope for. Stay tuned for more updates, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.